Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending the Town Hall meeting. Today is September 18th. The time now is 7:34. Can we all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Mayor Student will not be in attendance today. She had a medical procedure, so she will not be here today. Ms. Russell, do you mind calling the roll?
Stewart. Vice Chair Barnhart.
Present.
Councilmember Lethwich.
Present.
Councilmember St. John.
Present.
Councilmember Downing.
Present.
Councilmember Oscar.
Present.
Thank you, Ms. Russell. At the time, we have no meeting minutes to approve. At the moment, they will be approved for next meeting. Ms. Russell have not sent them out just yet. She will be sending them out tonight for review for the council. Meeting rules, citizen participation is 3 minutes. The first report that will be read tonight is the Police Department report. Chief Moore. Oh, which QR code? There is a QR code right there that's posted that if anyone wants to speak, you scan it, and that way we can call you up so you can have time to speak during the meeting, during citizens' participation. While we waiting for Chief Moore, Mr. Rumi, do you mind coming up and giving your report? Okay.
Good evening, Chairman Barnhart and other council members. Good evening, citizens, and good evening to all of our guests that are present. First, I would like to say this is Happy Hispanic Heritage Month, and it began September 14th and will end October 15, 2024. I would like to salute my Hispanic family. I have 3 children who are Hispanic, grandchildren. Alexis Clara is a chef. I have an architect and an engineer, and my granddaughter Aurora Chabelli teaches a high school here in Prince George's County. So salute to all of our Hispanic neighbors. The Hispanic population is about 12% of the town population. Okay, I'm only going to give you an update to my last report to the Mayor and Council. Since the August 31st meeting on 9/16/2024, I met with Mr. David Hubbard. He's representing the owners of 707 60th Place. Attending the meeting was Mr. Pinckney and I. There is a vacant house on the lot, as you may recall. That vacant house was creating a lot of havoc, and so the owners had the occupants evicted. There is a possibility of building a three single-family detached housing units there. I suggested that I contact Stephanie Prosto, Director of HIP, to discuss proposed development, and I will also contact the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development to explore possible funding. HIP will meet with Mr. Pinckney and I early next week, and I will send you all that information if anybody council members are interested in attending. The Net Zero Housing update, I encourage all of you, please go by. Such a wonderful project. Currently they're putting in sidewalks and driveways. They're being installed. Inside work is such as the installation of floor covering and cabinet hardware is being installed. And the microgrid in a historic park, and markers will be the last to be installed. Then, as of today, 9/18/2024, I met with Reverend Holt of the New Abundant Life Missionary Baptist Church, formerly known as Metropolitan. It's a historic site. We met with Mr. Thomas Gross and Casey Cohen of Prince George's County Department of Planning to discuss funding and upgrading the church. We all agreed that an engineer should come out to assess the condition of the building, but we're not sure whether or not the cracks that are there, whether they're foundational or the reasons. So we're going to look for funding for that. That's a soft cost. There are non-capital reimbursement grants that are available, maybe to help with the cost for an engineer. We will invite Daniel Tanner, who's the grant specialist, to meet at our next meeting. Reverend Holt, Thomas Gross, and Casey Coyne visit the church and will provide me with an update early next week. Also, what I did not put in here is that during this period, I coordinated the 90th anniversary, church anniversary. That was a real success, and I want to thank everybody. I sent my notes on to Councilmember St. John and my minutes, and Ms. Russell is going to send out the date for the next meeting. That ends my report.
Thank you. Any questions from the citizens? No? Thank you, Mr. Rumi. Next up for their report is Police Department. Chief Moore.
Good evening, Council. Good evening, Vice Mayor, and citizens of Fairmount Heights. I wanted to first start off by, this is going to be a brief update from our report I submitted for work session and get into the school year. The Town of Fairmount Heights Police Department has formed a very well working relationship with Robert Gray Elementary and the principal of the school, where a lot of our kids attend elementary school here in the town of Fairmount Heights, even though the school is outside of our town. We have pledged to, at times, help with the crossing guard assignments. We have also pledged to try to do patrols around the area where these buses are letting out from the high schools and the middle schools to make sure that these kids are safe getting off the bus and getting in. Last year, there were several robberies in the county, not in the town, but as I go to meetings every Thursday, I go to a crime meeting every Thursday morning to get the updates on everything that's going on in Prince George's County. There were people who were preying on kids getting off the bus and walking home, catching them by themselves. So pretty much all municipalities in Prince George's County, we're trying to saturate these areas where these buses are letting out at different times. And all of our kids are getting home safe. We were there for the first day of school, and there are times at the end of school where we are sitting out on the roadway to make sure these kids are getting in with their parents and some who are riding the bus. One thing I didn't realize about the elementary school, that school is 90% parent drop-off or walking students. It's only a small fraction of kids who catch the bus to go to Robert Gray Elementary School. As you all have seen, all of the school violence that is going on around this country, we have to do a better job as a community to make sure that these kids are able to go to school and learn in peace. We're going to do all we can do in our part here at the police department, along with other jurisdictions around the area as well. As I move, I'm sorry about that, move forward. Earlier today, Officer Cargill and Officer Collin arrested a juvenile suspect in the town who we had locked up on a prior robbery charge, 2 prior robbery charges last year on Halloween. The same individual who lived in the town is 16 years old. We locked him up today because he had 2 outstanding warrants in Prince George's County for aggravated assault. And he is also wanted in D.C. D.C. sent 2 of their officers here to the town 2 days ago, and I had a meeting with them where they left the information saying they were looking for this guy. Once we got the information, then we started patrolling the area, and we ended up catching him coming back from D.C. back into the town, and he was arrested today. So his parents were notified. He was taken to boys village in Cheltenham, Maryland, where he is waiting to go to court. So we're asking all of our citizens to please be mindful that the elections are coming up. I'm getting a lot of information from the governor's office in reference to election interference, election intimidation, and other type of violence during this election cycle. So we're just passing it on. If you get any information of people trying to intimidate you as a voting citizen for any election, town, local, state, federal, whatever it is, please pass the information on so we can get it to the proper authorities so they can do a proper investigation. And last but not least, this Saturday we're doing a bike rodeo here in the town of Fairmount Heights. If you have kids who are interested in coming to the town hall to learn how to ride a bike, learn bike maintenance, bike safeties, and I believe we're probably going to give away a couple of the bikes that we had donated from earlier this year. So we were trying to figure out a way to how to give them out, but during this bike rodeo, I believe we're going to give away a couple of bicycles. But we have a couple of other municipalities who should be joining us on Saturday. It's a lot going on Saturday because it's also Glenarden Day and one other municipality's day, but we're all trying to work around it so we can all support each other. And last but not least, we are also getting ready, getting prepared for next major holiday, which is Halloween, which we know that's one of the, on the law enforcement side, this is one of the days that are really challenging for a lot of people because it gives people an excuse to wear masks, even though they're wearing masks a lot now. So we are coming together with other municipalities and county officers to try to put a comprehensive plan together to how we're going to attack Halloween as far as patrolling. But I'll just advise citizens and council and mayor that if you do have kids and they were going to try to go to a group type activity, I know we do trunk or treat here. I believe we're going to do that again this year, and I believe the Masonic Lodge does something, but I would really encourage those type of events opposed to walking up and down the street, going door to door, how we used to do as kids, and it was great, but we're just in different times right now. So, and that will conclude my report.
Thank you, Chief.
Sure.
How many police are
Including myself, 3.
Okay. Do all y'all work the same shift?
No.
What's the shifts?
Well, I usually work majority day work, and they'll rotate a schedule. Sometimes it could be 2 to 10, it could be 3 to 11. And if there's court involved, then they will have to come in early, go to court, and then whatever the remainder of their shift is.
Issue I'm having. August the 14th, someone stole my car.
Mm-hmm.
Between 1 and 3 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Today, somebody stole a package off my porch. One day this month, a guy was going around knocking on my door, my next door neighbor's door, and across the street.
Mm-hmm.
They called the police. They said, we don't have nobody on call. Call 911. I'm really scared to come out my house now.
You said they
had to call 9. They told the person to call 911.
Who was they?
Call PG County. I don't know who answered the phone.
So when you call 911, we assume that it will automatically come to the Fairmount Heights district. They told him over the phone, Fairmount Heights doesn't have anybody available, call 911, and they'll have someone dispatched.
So it's to the point now, I'm afraid to come out my house because I don't know who's laying outside in front of my house.
Mm-hmm.
We live on a corner where they post up.
You got the lights on. You got 2 lights. If you go down 59th Avenue,
Mhm.
count the lights on each block. They got 2 lights on each block. I have none on my block. Y'all, what I don't understand, maybe it's just me, because the alley been here since I was a kid, because we used to cut through the alley. Y'all put lights in an alley. And we have none on our street.
What's your 100 block of 59?
10,000 block, 1014,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
1014, 1010, I don't know.
I got you.
You know, I don't understand. I just paid my property taxes. I'm pretty sure if you look at the town taxes, we pay out a lot of money. At least I know I pay out a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I should feel safe in my town. I should feel safe, you know what I'm saying? If it's 3 police officers, the time should be divvied out. 8 hours in the morning, 8 hours in the evening, 8 hours from morning to night to morning.
We could never have one officer work by himself overnight. That's nobody would do that at all.
I got this dummy car sitting in the neighborhood, ain't deterring nobody.
Okay. Some people love to see it. That's why we do it.
It ain't been on 59th Avenue.
Okay. Now that you say you have no lights, we're going to work on your lights, and we're going to do more patrols on 59th Avenue. If you don't come in and let me know that you don't have any lights, so I can talk to Public Works or anybody else, I just don't know.
Y'all come down that street at nighttime, y'all can see it. It's not, y'all can see when you're coming down 59th Avenue. Y'all can see it. Maybe because I'm not the old mayor that was here, maybe that's why y'all put the lights in that alley.
I don't know nothing about what you, yeah, that's what it sounds like you blaming me. I don't know nothing about it. I'm here to help you fix the problem.
What I am blaming is how much money I'm dishing out for taxes, and I feel like I'm not safe.
I understand that.
I don't come here every meeting. Only time I come here is when something happens. And I feel like I'm unsafe. I come out the house, I got a pack of foxes walking down the middle of my street. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to get bit. You know what I'm saying? So what am I supposed to do about that? If I catch somebody in my car, I kill them, something happened to them, I'm responsible. I just want to feel safe with the money I'm dishing out. I want to feel safe in my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried. I ain't gonna say it, but I get what y'all doing about the kids. I understand I agree. But it don't take 3 police officers to post up in front of an elementary school.
I never said 3 police officers post up in front of Robert Gray Elementary School. But listen, your concerns are valid, and we will address your concerns. I'm not here to downplay them or anything else. I'm going to look into everything that you're talking about.
Y'all ride down my street, y'all see the blind side on the corner. I got a lady that's across from me. She come in the house when it's daylight and don't leave out her house because she's afraid to come out of her house. I got Spanish people across from me. They don't want to come out the house because people was banging on their door last week trying to break into their house.
And their cars have been stolen
The cars
out
are
of their
stolen too.
driveway. Almost every vehicle we've had has been stolen from either out of our driveway or in front of our house. And now it's getting worse. I've been in Fairmount Heights for 26 years now, and I know when the seasons are. And them coming from that Eastern Avenue side, it's starting to get worse. So we just asking, where's the presence with it getting worse?
I understand what you're saying. So let me say this. Again, my 3rd officer just started on Monday. So myself and Officer Coghill have been holding everything down as much as can with the assistance from County Police. I hear your concerns, and I'm going to look into your concerns personally, which means that, like I always do, and people who live in the town see me, I do patrols myself. I'm not just here sitting in this office or anything else. I'm out pulling traffic. I'm out making stops. I'm out making arrests when I have to. We had 2 arrests last week on Sheriff Road. I'm out doing everything I can with 2 people. We just added a 3rd. We got to, and let me finish. We got to get him through his field training, and then we're going to move forward with the assistance of Prince George's County and DC Police. I've met with the 6D commander about everything on Eastern Avenue, where we have a couple of initiatives that we're going to be out doing on Eastern Avenue in reference to sex activity out there, and the way the people are riding up and down there, speeding and everything else. It's a lot of car theft, carjackings, robberies that go on. For the most part, on the district side, we have a small amount that trickle over to the Fairmount Heights side or the Sea Plaza side. And we're all together trying to do the best we can with the least as possible. So just be patient with us. I'm going to look into it. And Mr. Swan, look, every time you got your issue, You and I are usually able to talk it out and come up with a plan with it.
This ain't the first time one of my vehicles been stolen. It ain't the first time they stole my GMC. And this goes beyond you. But like I said, I paid my taxes. What's this, September and August. I seen this is the first time I really looked at the amount that I paid for town taxes. And if anybody look at their town taxes and see what they pay, they will feel the same way that I do. Somebody stole, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all get it, I get what y'all saying, but y'all ain't the ones who gotta go through the whole process of dealing with a headache, looking for a car over again, and pray to God, don't nobody come and get that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the trash man coming, what's the days for the trash man? They can pull up in front of my house and bluntly see you can't make a left turn, no right turn, because it's a blind side. And if someone, they put speed bumps throughout the neighborhood, they put those pretty stop signs with the pretty lights, but yet y'all put lights in an alley. And this is where I'm not understanding. When everybody rides down 59th Avenue, I'm pretty sure she's seen it because she lives around the corner. She got to come up 59th Avenue to get to her house, but that's a one-way street. Y'all two, I don't know if y'all ever come up through Fairmount Heights. I know you don't. Pearson should have to come up 59th Avenue.
Sometimes, yeah.
And see that it's no lights. It's pitch dark in front of my house. And it shouldn't be like that when y'all got a grant or whatever y'all got to put LED lights in an alley. You don't get this in University Park, College Park, or nowhere. You probably don't get it in Sea Pleasant. But I want to know where my money is going. That's what I want to know. Where's my money going? Where's that? I feel unsafe in my own neighborhood. I really feel unsafe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk about Robert R. Gray, y'all bust somebody on Sherwood Road, or y'all dealing with Eastern Avenue. I can give two whatever about what goes on Eastern Avenue.
But the corner of like the L has been a problem for a long time. My daughter was a product of a hit and run on that corner.
Nothing's been done. Nothing's been done. My daughter was what, like 7? She's 24 now. And it's still a blind side. There's still no lights. Things that happen on my side, people that got robbed, and everything on that side. And nothing is happening. Should no one feel unsafe walking out their house? Do you feel unsafe when you walk out your house? Even say, God speak, you don't have your gun on your hip. Do you feel unsafe?
It's plenty of places I don't feel safe with, but I understand your point. I'm not here to, I understand. Give us an opportunity to work on what your problems are.
And again, my question is, again, I reported my car stolen in August the 14th to be exact. Do y'all get a report or anything saying, hey, this happened the night, the morning of?
Even time from a high school,
yes.
things that you're going to,
yes.
Are you getting these reports?
Yes.
So no one came to our house and said anything about it. And y'all the town police, y'all should at least came to our house and say, hey, we heard y'all had a situation. We're going to try to take care of it. Or I ain't asking y'all to go out there and look for my car, but...
So what do you mean take care of it? I'm just trying to...
Do something in the town. Hey, we sorry for what happened. You know what I'm saying? Anything. Y'all the town police. I shouldn't have to depend on PG County.
Gotcha.
Am I paying PG County with the town taxes? Or am I paying Fairmount Heights police? You know, I'm dishing this money out to the town. I just want to feel safe when I come out of my house. Or do I gotta do something to somebody and then for y'all to come and lock me up? Because frankly, I'm getting tired of this stuff happening. Somebody stole $300 worth of tires off my porch today.
What was that at?
On my porch.
They were sitting on your porch,
Yeah,
the tires?
on my porch.
What time was that?
It had been like between 1 and 2. But they gone now.
AM?
PM.
You got camera footage?
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you what's in it.
That camera footage of them still in my car too. There's no sense to close the barn door after the whole system got out.
Yeah, I think what he's saying, I wasn't gonna say anything. It's a problem right up in there. Even coming on my street on 50, on K Street, that whole strip up in there. It's been 3 stolen cars. One day, broad daylight, saw 4 young men get out of a stolen car, another car in front of my door, they jumped in that. Now, 3 Fridays ago, I didn't hear in your report, Officer Caulfield and 5 county cops cars was there over a little gray car. He said he couldn't leave the car because the car was under investigation. You couldn't get up and down the street, you had to turn around and go back the other way to come up the one-way street to come in my street. I don't know what happened. Is it something that we should look out for? Something more? Well, what we are saying, where the Swan House is, coming on around the K Street on that corner, is no, we don't see police patrol. The tree across the street where they used to do prostitution, still doing prostitution, we all got together and had the tree cut down. So it's nothing hanging over there. But that's the spot. They put stolen cars in, stolen things in, people overdose. It's been 3 stolen cars there, I'm gonna say in the last 2 months. So it's a problem there. It's very dark. Start from Mr. and Mrs. Swan's house, coming on around to that corner of Case. It's a problem.
Okay.
We need more patrol.
Okay.
And Mr. Rumi, can you look at his street as well for better lighting?
I will.
Okay.
I have a question. So you were talking about the alley.
The alley.
What alley are you talking
I
about?
mentioned on the alley.
Yes, see, the alley is
Off of Addison
Oh,
Road.
K
Street.
Street.
Oh,
If
okay.
you go down K Street,
Oh,
K Street's a one way.
Mm-hmm.
You go down K Street and stop at that light.
Right.
Stop at the stop sign, I'm sorry. Stop at that stop sign. They put these real pretty lights.
Oh,
up
okay.
there.
See, that was not town light.
But still,
Okay.
they put lights up in the alley.
Right.
They clean the alley up and
Right.
everything.
Well, I
But
would
they
give
put
that.
lights up in the alley, but don't nobody walk through.
Right. Yes, they do. But I will get with the chief. And what I was suggesting we do, I'll stay one night. You call him. We will do a survey of the town. So we
Gotcha.
can identify these dark spots and perhaps we can look at ways that we can light up the area. Remove trees that maybe cause any.
Contact Petco.
Tomorrow about that one area.
Yeah.
Right.
Please call them tomorrow.
Can you contact WSSC about when they did work in front of our house and they didn't put a slope and we got water sitting in front of our house?
Okay.
I told the mayor about that when she first ran for mayor.
Okay,
They
contact.
didn't even do the slope in front of the house, so I got mosquitoes and everything posted, laying in front of my house.
Okay.
Can you have the address? I don't have a phone. Do you have Mrs. Swan's address?
Give it.
1014.
59th Street.
1014.
I do it, yeah.
I'm gonna give you the whole address, I don't want you to forget it. 1014 59th Avenue, Fairmount Heights, Maryland, 20743.
Okay, all right, okay. So Chief, I'll leave it with you tomorrow.
That's mine.
Okay. Thank you, Chief. Oh, that's gonna have you read.
I think this lady wanted to ask a question.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. I would like to know, why would they put 100 trees right there on 50th Avenue, this place, there inside my house? And I want to use solar. I can't get it because of all those trees.
Mr. Rumi,
They put 100 trees.
Where's Jeanette? Jeanette?
Yes.
Jeanette.
H-U-F-F.
Oh, okay. And so the trees,
I'm missing the big little spot. I wonder why they would put all those trees right there.
okay, is that crazy?
Yes. And then too, I can't get solar over. Because when they had big trees there, when them trees grow up, there's no sun gonna come on it, on this side. I have another a dump truck.
Get my report now. I'm doing financial. We asked to get my report now.
They put 100 up there. They don't never fly. It's not something that was fly. So I didn't count. Sure, bro. Right.
Sure, you come up with a little
Yeah, 100 feet.
little valley yet? Yeah. I have right through to see that myself.
Right. I'm wondering why they put all those, and they got big trees already there. And another thing, the dump trucks coming through there. I had two, I walked at the one to put in my car last week. I had another one to put in my car 3 months ago. Then I had New Year's, a bullet went in my eye. Somebody shooting up in the head. 5531 sure. And tractor trip, I mean, it's got to come out like 2 o'clock in the morning. They used to come down Columbia Park Road and come up and go in. They don't have many people.
That's where you were talking. That's what she was saying. She didn't want them coming down that road up there. Is that road? I think so. I think that's the road you wanted that sign.
Okay, so I'm gonna call this meeting back to order. Mr. Rumi, thank you so much for taking care of that for us. I'm gonna meet our town code enforcement report from Mr. Pinckney. He is not here today. He had a family emergency. Code enforcement citations for this period, we issued 16 civil citations totaling $16,000, and we have collected $700 and $500 in fines. Building permits for this period, we have issued 12 building permits totaling $2,432. Building business licensing for this period, we have reissued 3 business licensing totaling $2,145. Rental license for this period, we have issued 2 rental licenses totaling $300. Vacant building registration fees. For this period, we have not received any vacant building registration fees. Lot registration fees, for this period, we have not received any vacant lot registration fees. Stop work order on 5902 8th Street, building permit required, 706 59th Avenue, replace windows that was removed. Notice of corrective action. During this period, we have issued 54 corrective notices for various code violations. Stated before, on August 20th, 2024, one of our residents called to complain about the hole in the crosswalk in the corner of Sheriff Road and Eastern Avenue. He stated when he was crossing, the wheelchair went into the hole and flipped over into incoming traffic. He did get assistance from a bystander. When Mr. Pinckney visited this site, he investigated the situation. It was determined that the hole was left open by WSSC. On September 4th, 2024, WSSC came out on the site to install a new cover. In the last report, Councilmember Downey had asked about the court date for Mr. Hamilton of 5333 Sheriff Road. I stated that we had gone to court on September 4th, 2024, and the court ruled in our favor, since that the time I have received an affidavit from the District Court of Maryland stating that the court had granted the motion to request continue postpone the case. It was filed 8/29/24. The new court date is October 3rd, 2024 at 8:45 a.m. Courtroom 4. The address is 4990 Rhode Island Avenue, Hasbro, Maryland 20781. Also, Councilmember Downey also asked for the meeting for Chief Moore, Mr. Hamilton, and Timberlake, the tenant, and myself. After speaking with Councilmember Downing, she wanted to have a Zoom meeting with the above-mentioned persons. I gave her the phone number of Mr. Hamilton and Mr. Timberlake to set up the Zoom meeting. A few months ago, I mentioned in my report the need for residential parking in the town. Recently, I received several complaints concerning the out-of-state vehicles being parked for a long period of time in front of property. It is unfair to our residents. In the report, I also mentioned that on my street, there is a household of 7 vehicles and 5 are parked on the street, 2 in the driveway, which is unfair to the homeowners. I think we should look seriously into establishing some type of residential parking for our residents. That concludes Mr. Pinckney's report. Any questions, please contact him or send him an email. Next report that will be read is the town treasurer's report.
Good evening. Thank you, Vice Mayor Barnhart. Good evening to the council, citizens, and staff. My name is Susan Walker, and I serve as the treasurer for the town of Fairmount Heights. I'm going to give you the year-end report as of the end of our fiscal year, which ended June 30th, 2024. Our general revenue, we budgeted $708,348. We received $757,264. Intergovernment transfers, we budgeted for $246,627. We received $267,532. Other revenue, we budgeted for $78,413. We received $52,799. The police department, we budgeted for $96,200. We received $14,850. Our total revenue as of the end of June was $1,092,447. Our expenses for 2024, our budget for administration was $231,560. We spent $226,256. Election, we budgeted $2,850. We spent $1,084. Legislative, we budgeted $67,762. We spent $51,161. Municipal, we budgeted $41,227. We spent $45,362. Public safety, we budgeted $347,769. We spent $339,719. Public works, we budgeted $396. We spent $388. So our total expenses were $1,052,122. So our net income at the end of the year was $13,934. For the fiscal year 2024, we did have several projects that we planned and that we did complete. We have additional projects that we have planned for 2025, and we will be meeting to start those projects for 2025. We did receive a bond in 2024 to make renovations to the building, and we did start the renovations. The renovation started in the basement, and so we have completed the renovations for the bathrooms in the basement. Next will be the front door, ADA compliant door, and then if we have available funds, we will look at upgrading the bathrooms on the upper level. If we don't have enough funds for that, we'll have to apply for another bond. We also have 3 loans because we have 3 vehicles. So the dump truck, the balance on that is $8,085. Will be paid off in February 2025. We have the trash truck. We have a balance of $32,651. It will be paid off in July of 2025. And the newest vehicle is a pickup truck for Public Works. The balance is $64,414. That will be paid off in April of 2028. And that's a summary for the end of 2024, fiscal year 2024. And those are only highlights I wanted to do this evening.
Okay.
Did we get a copy of that?
Yes, you should have a copy of it. If not, I can make a copy. Okay, I'll go and make a copy for you. You guys have any questions? Yes, I can give you a copy of it. Okay, no problem.
So what happens to the remainder of the money after
It's just like your bank account. It just stays in the account, and you just use whatever you still have for the next fiscal year. It doesn't. It's not that it's just sitting there. It just gets used for the next fiscal year. So whatever you end with is what you begin with for the next year. Yes, ma'am.
My grandson's house broke down. It was on the side of my house. And they told me the Spanish people live 2 doors down. They park their car on the porch. They don't say nothing to them. They park their car on the porch. And they got all that driveway on the side of the house. But they park on the porch.
Okay. Can I get your information? And I can at least, or the chief is here. We can get. Okay.
As I seen that black truck parked on the porch.
So it's where it's parked is not a driveway, you're saying it's a porch?
It's a porch.
Okay, all right.
Oh, sure.
It's right across from the fire department, where you may not know the person that you see in the air. He was, we call him the young man, but he passed away. And they sold out to Spanish people, and they parked their truck on the porch. And all that traffic.
Is it the one across from the junkyard?
Yes, not that little old man, it's next to that man. And a black truck, he parked on the porch.
If I'm not mistaken, we'll take a look at it.
It's not the house next to the across from the junkyard, it's next to that.
Okay.
And he parked the car. If you are in there, you get on the porch.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Susan. You're welcome. Next, new business, New Abundant Life Ministry Church building renovation and parking lot conversion. Pastor Milton Holt, he's not here today. So we're gonna go to new business number 2, celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, September 15th through October 15th. Town Manager Sarumi.
We don't have anything new updated yet in terms of what the celebrations are going to be like. So we're trying to meet with some of the Hispanic leaders to come up with some form of celebration. But I've asked Mrs. Russell to please put that information concerning celebration of Hispanic Month on the website. The county has a lot of information which I've been sending that we can also post on our channel, channel.
Okay, so line item number 3 for UCAP request meeting for Fairmount Heights Elementary School historic site.
I sent her an email again today, reminding her and asking if she was going to attend. I get no response. It was at UCAP's request that they wanted to meet with the mayor and council to give you an updated report as far as the development of the school, which is also a historic site.
Okay. So now we're going to go down to mayor's report. The mayor's not here today. We're going to go down to the council members' report. We're going to start with Council Member St. John.
Mr. Work, I can just talk, right? You can hear, I don't need to unmute, right? I don't need to, okay. There we go. All right, good evening, everyone, citizens in the building and online. This is my report pretty much for the month of July and August as we were currently on recess. Just want to always remind everybody that we do have all information going out on all social media platforms. You guys can stream the meetings now. We have made an update so you're able to watch any work sessions as well as any town meetings via Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, as well as our YouTube channel. And then we'll be working on being able to post a link directly from the website as well, so you guys can catch that if you're not able to make any live meetings. Past events, there were several events that I attended. The tri-municipal meetings for our 20743 coalition has started. If anyone is unfamiliar with that, we are working with the town of Capitol Heights and the city of Seat Pleasant to basically come together as one to have better resources, to be able to have a better united front, because most of us all struggle with some of the same things. So as us all being one, we're able to kind of be in unison, ask for more things, be able to get more resources. Also, National Night Out, we did that August the 6th at the North Fairmount Heights Park. That was a great turnout. I also attended alongside with Ms. Sarumi our housing symposium. We had people in attendance like Governor Moore, who spoke, basically trying to tackle the housing market right now and looking for solutions for us to be able to have more affordable housing as well as property dwellings. The food giveaway, just want to remind everybody about the food giveaway. We're doing food giveaways every first and second Sunday. We are also looking for volunteers for those. So typically those hours are in between about 11 to 4 p.m. Any regular volunteers, any daily volunteers, you can do half the day, the full day. But we would like for you guys to not only help, but also come and take part in getting some of the food that we're giving away. We also did a back to school drive that was in August. We did that again with the town of Sea Pleasant and Capitol Heights, and that was hosted in Goodwin Park. So our first annual, it was a great turnout. We expect to be able to keep doing that going forward and probably changing different locations. Also attended a meeting with Civic Plus, being able to make updates and go through some trainings just to make sure our websites, our social media is up to par and get refreshed training. Aside from that, wanted to just kind of talk about upcoming events and things that we are looking towards planning. I won't steal y'all thunder for the harvest party, but I'll mention obviously we want to do a harvest party. Ms. Sarumi kind of mentioned already as well, but we have had our first meeting in regards to the town's 90th anniversary that'll be kicked off next year. So be on the lookout for mailers, information coming out for good things coming up. We want to be able to celebrate all year long. So look out for your mailers, your flyers, and we'd like as many volunteers as possible and just want to do something special for the town. And also coming up for October, what we'd like to be able to see is us to be able to do something for breast cancer awareness, as well as we're going to do bulk trash. We just need to get a date set for that, alongside with the harvest party coming up. Moving along to things on the list, so just want to announce some of the things that we have accomplished and still kind of working on for the communications committee. So we did roll out a communications survey. We have been kind of having issues with getting more full participation. So I kind of mentioned in the work session that I started off with 58th and 59th going out to residents. So it was kind of a little bit back and forth. I did have people who did come out and engage and kind of share their concerns, but a lot of people probably not still aware. I did have my shirt on, but not really aware of what was going on, the reason for trying to reach out to the community. So what we have decided is we're going to try a different route and be able to just send mailers out to everyone with a pre-posted stamp so that they can fill out the survey form, mail it back into us. And again, the reasoning for doing this is to get more engagement, to be able to make sure that people are being informed. We have lots of complaints of people not getting flyers in the mail or not being aware of certain things. So we want to be able to reach out, get input, get lots of feedback so that we're not making decisions and you guys have to come to meetings to ask questions about those things. We want to be able to try to get you guys engaged in advance to be able to do that. And then lastly, we want to be able to start working on the newsletter project. And I'm sorry I said lastly, but really lastly, I was able to make contact with the liaison at the Fairmount Heights High School. So we have been talking about being able to find some way that we can partner back up with the school so that we can start either figuring out how we're going to be able to offer a scholarship fund or be able to do some type of partnership. So I was able to make contact with Mr. McBride. So conversations are starting so that we can start being able to give back to the school and as well as find opportunities for them to help us here, get community service hours or whatever we may have. And that will conclude my report.
Thank you, Councilmember St. John. Councilmember Lethwich.
All right, good evening, everyone. I just have a couple of things. One was I also attended National Night Out. It was a great event. I do like to have it actually up at the park. It just gave us more room, and I really I just want to say thank you to Public Works and all the staff because it was just amazing. Each year just seems like it's growing, so I'm very thankful to everyone for their help, and I'm glad I could be a part of that. As far as economic development, there are just a couple of things I want to touch on. It seems like in the fall, which I am actually going through, I've been doing that for the past couple weeks, going through to find all of the deadlines to see how they would coincide with our next upcoming economic development meeting. So they're from the Sustainability Action Grant, they're due November 8th. The next CDBG grant, that's actually due November 1st. And then there is one other grant that I did not mention. Oh, Sustainable Maryland, that's the other. I said that one. CDBG. There are a few of them that we possibly could qualify for and get some projects, get the ball rolling for those. So some of the things that I want to just mention for the next meeting, we will be planning that. I have to just get with everyone's schedule to see what will work best, but I would like to have that in probably October to give everyone a chance to attend. So I know that one of the things that we were talking about was the strategic plan. I would like to go over that, as well as just project updates, as well as get stakeholder input. So that's input from all of the from the staff to our community, see what their needs are, how we can meet those needs. And again, like I mentioned, addressing the funding and resources, and also in my role of capital improvement project planning, I'm seeking a property to acquire for our public works. And I'll be working with Mr. Rumi probably to identify one of the grants that have a deadline coming up, or any other funding sources for rehabilitation. So those are the major things that I'm working on, and that concludes my report at this time.
Thank you, Councilmember Leftwich. Councilmember Oscar?
Yes, good night, everyone. I'd like to say that now that school is open, and want to keep the kids off the streets even after school, keep them busy with certain activities. And some of the activities that I would like to recommend or highlight that goes on in the community is those that particularly goes on at the library. They have this after-school program called the Teen Zone, where schools, the kids can go to the library and be productive, meet other kids. There are several different activities that they can do. There's video games, crafts, and a variety of other fun activities that they could engage in instead of really frequenting on the streets and being nuisance in the communities. There's also Legos if the kids are very artistic and they enjoy building things. In addition to that, there's also computer basic open labs that they have at the library, where the librarian take the responsibility to educate the children with the basic and fundamental skills in computer literacy. We have programs that involve Microsoft Word, internet, and definitely things that can help them while they're at school. And in addition to that, I just want to echo what Councilmember St. John said about the Harvest Party, the Harvest Festival that we're trying to have on October 26th, where we're trying to have that activity, have this party for the kids, like the chief said that we prefer to have the kids doing indoor activities. So this is one of the indoor activities that we'll be hosting. They could have candy, music, movies, and it's just be a fun time for them, and they wouldn't have to be on the streets. In addition to that, we have, lastly, Veterans Day is coming up, and I think we will also be having a ceremony at the plaza. So we'll be planning for that also. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilmember Oscar.
Yeah.
Councilmember Downing?
Good evening, everybody. I think Mr. Rumi.
I just want to add, in the past, for the Veterans Day, we had Veterans Day parade, and we used to have the group that came in, we parade, we talked to Mr. Brooks recently, and he said that if you were to come, you have to learn this now. So maybe I'll have a sidebar conversation in terms of how you plan to do things, but they'll be glad to come. They also go to Annapolis to the State House and other places, but they've been here many times and had grand events.
Yeah.
I got a question. Does this town do anything for the kids in the summer? Like, when we was kids, they had a library downstairs, like C Pleasant. They had a summer program for the kids. Do they have anything for the kids in the town? Yeah, anything?
I think the library does have a lot of activities for the kids in the summertime.
Yes,
Central
library.
Heights.
And they feed them roller skates. They feed them too. They feed them and have activities. Yeah, they have food as well. Yeah.
I haven't seen my children coming out to eat earlier. I lived in a wreck. So they went in and played ball, baseball, basketball. They had swimming pool in there.
Remember this stuff.
I did all my activities down Silver Vista Baptist Church. That's where I was at. They do activities.
The library has it.
Can we
just don't participate?
Can we just hold back for participation? The what do you call it? Citizen participation.
I think the librarian is trying to say something.
Let's just continue with this.
She is.
Yeah, the librarian.
Okay.
That's what's happening.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's busy, yeah.
Ms. Turpin, you have the floor.
Good evening, can you hear me?
We can.
This is just in reference to, I guess the stuff that goes on in the summertime. During the summer, the major initiative is the summer reading program, and we do have a lot of paid programmers who come. We supply lunches for the children. We do movies, crafts, all kinds of things. All of that information is on our website. If you all know somebody who you would like to have come to the library, all you have to do is let me know, and I'll send that information to our administration, and they'll have the budget for that. They'll pay for the individual, and then you all can use the space for free. That is also if you all are planning any other thing as well, because you all are a municipality, so you all are able to use our meeting room spaces and things like that for other programs.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
All right. Councilmember Downing?
The telephone is the worst thing you can give a child. They don't want to read. When my children would come up, they had books. When you're on the phone and getting the answer, they can't remember it. But you got to put the book, it sticks with you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Is it on?
Push the switch.
All right, I think that's it. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Councilwoman Sherry Downing, and I have been collecting. It's a very important election season right now, and I've managed to get the training so I can sign anybody up to register to vote and to check their voting status, because we vote because at one point in time none of us could, and I think it's very important. One of the things that Councilwoman St. John tapped on is a beautiful event or opportunity that the town of Fairmount Heights, Capitol Heights, and Seat Pleasant are embarking on. And when we met, they did not know that we were all 20743. Even Chapel Oaks and Cedar Heights. Saturday, I attended a meeting with the president of the Chapel Oaks Association, because I'm about neighbors, making friends with my neighbors because we have the same problems. And listening to their policing, one of the things that we talked about was the shortage in policing.
and how everybody's struggling. And the only thing that we can do are cameras. Cameras, and the type of cameras that are reliable. There is something, Ring has a neighborhood. Ring neighborhood where we all can communicate on the same network. We can dialogue with one another about what is going on in our community. Mr. Swan, if I'm not mistaken, you too have had, the chief will tell you, in 1 month, the police have asked for my footage 3 times. So.
Sorry, that's me, they can't. Footage don't stop people from taking your stuff.
No, it doesn't, but what it does though, is it gives data. It gives numbers. It lets people know that we have a problem here. And what I'm letting my neighbors know is that when somebody breaks your window and break in your car, you know what they don't do? They don't report it. And that doesn't help us. So what I'm asking our neighbors to do is whatever you do, make sure you report it. And the next time you two have a problem, put it in writing. Email the town of Fairmount Heights representatives so that, and email all of us so we're all on the same page. I'm not going to take up a lot of time today. I just wanted everyone to know that I will be going to court on the 4th for Mr. Hamilton, because Mr. Hamilton does not live in Fairmount Heights. He has a business that he has wrapped in black tarp and created a junkyard on our face, on the face of Fairmount Heights. Used to be Hamilton's bail bond, right next to Hip Hop Chicken. It does not bring jobs into our community, and it certainly does not bring about visual appeal. Lastly, I'm sorry to say, I don't know if you all have heard, but a very long-standing 19-year councilwoman, Jacqueline Wood Dotson, resigned. So she's no longer on the council. But I know that life has got some good things for her because she has a heart to serve. With that said, I will be taking over her committee for seniors, because AARP, Prince George's County Department of Aging, have so many programs. And with the 20743 Coalition, hopefully we'll be able to have a bus that services all of us. What I'm asking for, we can't do this without you all. We can't do it. So we ask for your support. We ask you to come and say, okay, what can I do to help? And with that said, I'm gonna let you all have the rest of your evening, and I wanna thank you.
I have another question. Neil Junkyard. You know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely, right there right across from the fire station.
They have people up with stop signs to stop the traffic. If the fire department happen to come out there, while they're out there, bringing that trash in car truck, black car. They didn't understand.
Pictures and emails.
And they knocked.
Send it to us.
They knocked my mailbox off, and I was looking for my mailbox, and it was up in the tree.
Pictures, send it to us, and then say, we teach people how to treat us based on what we accept. If we don't accept it, and we let him know that your business is impacting our homes. So, thank you, I'm sorry. Pictures and email us. Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna give my report. Park renovations at the Fairmount Heights Park, they did come past because we had our national night out at that event up there. It was a lot of damages done to the playground. I reached out to Sally Dorman and the Park and Planning Committee. They did fix the playground for the kids to play on. I'm also reaching out to coordinate with Park and Planning to redo the Fairmount Heights Park. That's still in process. As Council Member St. John mentioned, we attended National Night Out. The food drive is still the first and second Sunday of the month. I think we had the PGCMA meeting, which is tomorrow at 6 o'clock. At 6 o'clock here at the town of Fairmount Heights. 7. We'll be sponsoring it. Jeff Garner from the Department of Public Works of La Plata had plenty of salt to give us. We couldn't accept it. Well, I didn't respond back to the email because we have no place to put the salt in our at our location. So we're past that by until we get the proper materials for us to keep the salt. That concludes my.
Because it has worn off. Are they going to repaint?
We can repaint. Yeah.
Have they considered the type of paint that they're using? Because it does not appear to
stay long.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look into that.
We'll look into that. But yes, we do plan to repaint. Yes.
Yeah.
And the poop station. Poop station.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we had citizen participation. Online, we starting online or we starting inside?
There is nothing online as of right now. We do have 2 residents that signed up.
Who signed up? Oh, Ms. Russell.
Lawrence Swan and Taz Barnhart were the 2 that signed up online to speak.
Okay, Lawrence. Okay. Come on, Ms. Barnhart.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Martez Barnhart, President of the Citizen Association. I won't beat a dead horse, but I do want to express this to the citizens that public safety is #1 in our community. Helping our citizens with resources such as the town has been doing with the food giveaways and Public Works doing a good job of cleaning up, but public safety is #1. I know the chief, when he came on, he took on a responsibility that was great because there was nobody here. Before he got here, Chief Ivy was here, and he roamed these streets by himself for a long time. Am I right?
You're right.
I want somebody to hear what was here by himself. And unfortunately, he's not here no more, and Chief Moore is here, and that's a good thing. And we're getting new cops, and we're getting folks to come on. This is the issue that I have. When we call 911, and they're saying that Fairmount Heights is not on duty, which we've heard the chief say before, they're calling 911 so Prince George's County can respond. But then I got citizens sending me pictures of our only cops doing part-time work in other places. Now, I don't know what the mayor and council or the chief have arranged, but I have pictures of our other officer doing part-time work in other places. So that's what I have a problem with. Now, there's a difference when you're going to a meeting, or you're going to a conference, or you're going to some training. But if our officers are doing part-time work at a club, at a liquor store, at a Best Buy, at a church, and we don't have no patrolling in our community, that's a problem. And that's not poking the bear. That's just being transparent, just being honest. Because when you got somebody calling you saying, hey, look, the guy just rolled down the street, robbed somebody on a bike, and then we call 911 and Prince George's County show up, then we got here Prince George's County say, hey, look, where's y'all officers at? Because that's what they tell us when they come on the scene. Where's y'all officers at? Okay? And then we get a picture or we get somebody saying, hey, look, I seen our cop up at Best Buy. Or I seen them doing security at the church. So I'm just being honest.
I'm gonna be honest with you too.
Okay.
You're done.
Okay.
You're done.
So now we know that schedules, timelines, and things like that are supposed to be very confidential because of the safety of the officers. So we'll never know their schedule because of their safety. And we don't know if they off or we don't know if they on. But my thing is this, if you don't have no patrolling at all, but you got them in other places, National Harbor, going down to, 495, going the opposite way from Fairmount Heights, I think that's a problem. So Chief, not to be personal.
No, you personal, but let me
It's not being personal.
Let me respond.
It's not being personal, but my thing is this. Like Mr. Swan said, we pay our taxes. My wife almost got carjacked in our own driveway. And she's the vice chair. Okay? Yeah, she almost got carjacked in our own driveway. Okay? Then,
I'm not a personal person. I'm just not going to just...
And then right in front of New Abundant Life, the neighbor across the street that has a catering business, her husband got his van stolen right in front of the church. It's on the ring camera at the church. 2 o'clock in the morning. So my thing is this. I've been out here in these streets before. I roam the town of Fairmount Heights, Cedar Heights, Sea Pleasant, you know. If you don't see presence, if I'm in that line of work, guess what? It's open season. I'm coming through, I'm taking whatever I want. I'm selling whatever I want. I'm doing whatever I want if I don't see no presence. So I'm just saying, when this administration came on, it was promised that we was going to have police presence. That was the promise to get people in these seats. Now, I don't care what y'all do with nothing else. Y'all ain't got to pick up no trash. Y'all ain't got to throw no food giveaways. Y'all ain't got to do none of that. Take all the money and put it in the police department and give us 10 cops. Give us 8 cops. I'd rather see somebody on the street with a gun and a badge than picking up trash off my streets. Because my life is more precious than trash. I'm just being honest.
I'm waiting for him to get done.
I'm finished. I'm finished.
All right, I need to sit down.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so let me address the elephant in the room. As far as, for whatever reason, Mr. Barnhart and maybe, I guess, citizens who spoke with him don't see a police presence, because I know a lot of you see me, myself, riding around this town. I ride by your house and I blow the horn and speak to you on multiple occasions. Myself and one other officer. Now, you telling me he works an 8 to a 10-hour shift. He doesn't have the right to go possibly work some secondary employment. We're the lowest paid police department in Prince George's County. Let me finish. And he's trying to supplement his income so he can get some insurance to take care of his family. And along with other officers so he can help eat. Cost of rent, $3,000 for an apartment for him to live in. He's struggling to get by, but guess what? He's dedicated to this town. He's to work every day, some weekends. So if he gets off and is able to go to Best Buy and make $50 an hour to guard that for 4 hours, it's a 4-hour minimum. 4 hours to put some food on his plate, I authorize it. The chief authorized it, absolutely. He worked his 8 hours for the day. Oh, wait a minute, so now he's not entitled to go home and get some rest and have the rest of his day to himself? It's 2 people.
He using a Fairmount Heights police car?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. So
No, you don't do that. You don't take the Fairmount Heights police car.
every county, every department in this county, in the state has a take-home car policy program. And they do. That's part of the incentive. Along with when they hire you, they give you $15,000 to $20,000 signing bonuses to come work for them. Take your car to his car. It's to and from home and work. He's not out at a club partying. He's not at a baby shower. He's going to work and back. That's it. Same with my vehicle. I drive it to home and back. And you know why? In case we do have to respond back, or we do have to come back to open up something, or we got an alarm or something we got to respond to. Absolutely. You guys want the best? You want me to recruit the best and have the best? I got to be able to offer them something. And $53,000 is at the bottom of the barrel. But they come because of me. Because of what I'm telling them what we can do here, how we can build it up. So he comes in and works his whole shift. We don't have overtime. He can't come in and work overtime. That'll exceed the budget. You'll be in here complaining about the police department using overtime. No, not you, Mr. Barnhart. He know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to him.
I guess we don't get an apartment then.
I'm not, well, you have a right as citizens to do what you want to do.
Always calling 911 to Prince George's County show. I guess we just need Prince George's County to do our police then.
If that's how you feel, Mr. Barnhart, you do that.
Money because we can't afford to pay them. We need to have a police department that can do our work, which which is French Quarter.
If that's what you feel, we have 2 officers right now. We just started a 3rd, possibly another part-time officer. So here's the thing.
So you can pay new officers to come on, but you can't pay the other officer to be here overtime. You can pay these other 2 officers you got to hire to come on, but our other officer has to go do overtime somewhere else instead of being out of town. But you gonna bring in 2 more officers.
Well, not just. I can't make him stay over for a 10 to 12-hour shift. It's no type of town emergency or stuff like that. Absolutely, he can.
Instead of being out of town.
Absolutely, he can. Absolutely, he can. It's in our policy and it's in our general orders.
I have a suggestion.
How many officers have you sworn?
Morris, Dela Cruz, Morrison, Dela Cruz, and Coghill, 3.
Okay. So the new officers haven't been sworn in?
Those officers didn't make it through everything. We didn't hire them. So we have put somebody else through a full background through the Police Training Commission. That individual has been cleared and has started on Monday. So even with that, when Morris was here, which was everybody's friend, he worked secondary employment. Nobody had a problem with it. The problem is, well, I'll be quiet with that. I'll leave that alone. 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 We are here doing so much with less, doing everything we can do to make sure we are working hard in this town. Every time you come in here, it's a complaint. Nothing ever positive. And I have a problem with that. Not you, Mr. Swan. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. And we are in the process of fixing it.
Get somebody to ride around our town constantly so Mr. Swan will get his car broken into.
Mr. Bonhart.
And carjacking her driver.
Mr. Bonhart, we have 2 people. We have a 3rd one get ready to start. Now, if you want us to work 24-hour shift and never go home, is that what you're telling me?
I'd rather have y'all come and serve out town than working part-time.
Any more questions? I'm done, because I'm done.
You got a question from Swan. Why?
I have a simple suggestion.
Yes, ma'am. I'll hear you out. Yes, ma'am.
59th Avenue, the busy streets, it's gonna help all of y'all. Put some jersey walls up there. If you could block us from DC, because that's where they coming. That will help you guys tremendously.
Okay, we can talk to the council about doing jersey walls. I can't make that decision about putting jersey walls, but we can have a conversation about it. If it's going to help, then that's fine.
Yeah, but
that's fine. That's fine. I get what you're saying. But that's not my decision to make.
Okay. Any more questions? No? Any more questions online? No question? How many people live in this town?
You have 1,000 registered voters.
There are 1,480 people, 582 households.
So if I'm paying what I'm paying for taxes, and they paying, they shouldn't be complaining about money, funds, because I know what I pay for the town.
It's hard to find good police.
No, I get that.
The county is struggling.
I understand that. I understand that. But same way I asked what happens to the money after everything is paid off, it's still a kick that's going to roll over to the following year. So that kitty should be spent on things that they need, like bonuses or whatever. Overtime, you know what I'm saying? Because that'll help them out, then they wouldn't complain about overtime.
So ask him why is he struggling to find credible officers?
He's struggling to find people working
it's struggling. Getting people to pass the drug test and the criminal background. If I have 20 candidates, I may get 1 or 2 out of that, then 1 or 2, maybe 1 may pass on the physical attributes. It's tough.
Okay, so if you up the salary, would that help?
Absolutely.
So if you up the salary, that would help.
It would give us an opportunity to compete with.
See, Pleasant extended their jurisdiction too.
It would give us an opportunity to compete with other.
They extended their jurisdiction. They did. Okay.
When they pick and choose. So just give you an example. We had a candidate who came in and we thought that we were going to hire him. And his starting salary was $53,000 to come to the Fairmount Heights Police Department, be a full-time police officer. Well, we thought we had him, we thought we had an agreement, we thought that he was going to be the one to start. Chevrolet also offered him $66,000 and a $15,000 sign-up bonus and a take-home car, like everybody else does in this county. So what's the incentive for me to come and work in Fairmount Heights if that's outside of, well, Chief, I really want to work, but I mean, I gotta get a little bit more money to live. My rent is $2,500, $2,600, and I'm in a one-bedroom apartment.
So then you understand when you came on that being here 33 years, going through all the chiefs that I've gone through, and what I asked Chief Watkins when he was here, I say, do us a favor and help us transition so that we have Prince George's County coverage. Help us, because you all go home. You all don't have masked men walking in front of your homes. I had an armed robbery last month. Everybody, if you live in this county, everybody is equal with the crime. Fairmount Heights has one of the lowest crime rates. Because they don't report it. Well, that's your opinion. Yeah. But everybody, Bowie has a 50-man police department, Laurel City has an 88-man police department, and the crime is sky high. They got 88 people, 10 people patrolling on each shift, 24 hours a day. The crime rate is very low, but one crime is too many. I get it. I live in the woods. I had somebody come in and through my long driveway and break in and stole my son's car. I'm not shielded from the crime. I'm a police officer. I'm not shielded from the crime. I saw somebody get robbed in front of me in Clinton, 2 corners down from me.
Chief.
It happens.
Chief, I'm going to go ahead and close out this meeting. You're fine.
Nobody's immune for it. It's happening everywhere, so don't feel like it's just happening here. We just got to get a grip of it, get the right personnel in here and more personnel, and then make it better for everybody. That's all I'm saying.
We can't afford it, though. We don't have.
I'm going to call this meeting back into order. I'm sorry.
Businesses. Oh, real quick, can I just say real quick, can you guys pick up with the important dates for if you want to change your party affiliation, if you want to register, and the last day to register? I'll put them over outside. Thank you.
I would like to adjourn this meeting.
Make a motion that we adjourn this meeting.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right.